Man, what's good? We right here at the TheHaterWorld, doing this one-on-one. I've been wanting to do it for a long time, big dog. With my dog Qurfew. What's going on, homie?
Man, I'm out here, man. We finally get to do it. We
Yeah, but
here.
you've been out here though.
I've been out here, man.
You know, a lot of people don't know your story, so we want to get into that right now. You know, we do these one-on-ones to try to bring more light to your story and shit. You feel me? First and foremost, what's your stage name?
I go by Curfew with a Q, Qurfew.
Okay, with a Q. Mm-hmm. Is it easier to find on YouTube like that?
Yeah, I'm the only one with a Curfew. It's really easy to find. You know how people be having like weird names?
Yeah.
It's really easy to find me on all
Is
platforms.
Curfew spelled like the normal pronunciation? Is it spelled with a C?
The normal one is C, yeah, but I put a Q on it to be different.
Q would be different.
And I like the way it looked when I would put it in cursive.
Okay.
Because even when I was younger, I always thought like, I'll sign autographs and boom, that looked cool like that.
Okay. Who named you Curfew? How did you come up with the name?
I got that in high school. Growing up, what's it called? My mom tried to get me on a curfew, trying to tell me to come home around 9, 10 o'clock. But I would always be with my friends, out and about. And what's it called? At that time, I didn't have a phone. It wasn't easy to have a phone in those times. And I would be out, past 10 o'clock when my mom wanted me home. When I was like 14, 15 years old. And she would try to blow my phone. The phone I had was my dad's phone whenever I would go out.
Okay.
And then she would blow my phone, and all my friends were like, "Oh, who's blowing you up?" And I wouldn't answer my mom's calls.
So you didn't have your own phone, and she would slip you dad's phone.
Yeah.
Well, those were the old days of yelling when moms would come out the house and
Yeah.
you had to be inside before the street light or when the street lights came on.
Yeah, because we weren't home. We were always outside, so we would just be walking to all the streets and just being kids.
Okay. And where was home for you? Where'd you grow up at?
I grew up in Norwalk.
Norwalk, California. What's the surrounding? I always hear Norwalk because we've interviewed young homies, in that environment, in the street environment, from Norwalk. But what's the surrounding cities right there? What's next?
You got Artesia, Bellflower. You got Cerritos. That's where we go to the mall, or Downey, the Stonewood Mall. That's the cheaper mall.
Okay.
Yeah, basically those areas. Whittier's not that far. Long Beach is right below us. We share the same area code, 562.
562. Okay. That's dope. It looks like you grew up like born and raised there.
Yeah, because everybody in LA always thinks about like Santa Monica Beach or Venice. I didn't go to those places until I got older. We would go to Long Beach or Seal Beach.
Okay. Are you Latino, white?
I'm half white, half a Colombian, raised in the Mexican neighborhoods.
Okay. Half Colombian, half white, raised in a Mexican neighborhood. Okay.
But they didn't have no connection on my dad's side. My dad's white.
Okay.
So they didn't get raised by my dad's family, just my dad. But on my mom's side, I was really close to the Colombian side.
Yeah.
And growing up, all my friends were Mexican.
Why not your dad's side?
On my dad's side, it's different because, to be honest, on my dad's side, they're pretty much like they're not used to people of color. So I always had that disconnection. I was always like the odd one out. Whenever we would go to those stereotypical family reunions, we would go once every like 2-3 years.
So you're saying most of your dad's family kind of stayed in their
Yeah, for other words,
race,
let me just be honest, they're racist.
Okay, but your dad, he liked Latino women.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
My dad said, because my mom is my dad's third wife. So my dad said he was tired of white women. So my dad, back in the day before the internet, my dad actually was on a dating magazine. My mom was on a dating magazine, and my dad sent a tape out to 3 different women, and my mom was the one that responded.
Damn. So your dad.
My mom was in a magazine
So do
of
you like your dad?
beautiful women of Colombia.
Do you get along with your dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
When in like high school, that was when we had a rough patch. You know what I'm saying? Like it was rough times. But after that, we got along more. The older I get, the more mature, the more we've gotten.
Why was it
we've gotten
rough
closer.
times? Did you jump off the porch, get in gangs or anything like that?
I was always around all of that, but I was always just affiliated. I never joined, nothing like that. I made a promise to my mom that I wouldn't. So
Okay.
she always told me, like, I know you're going out there and you're gonna be exposed to this and that. But she's like, but you need to make your own decision and don't get influenced by others. You don't join the gang, let the gang join you. In Spanish, she would tell me stuff like that.
Yeah.
My mom has always been like that.
Don't join the gang.
Let the gang join you.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, I could kind of see that. What was it like growing up in Norwalk? What were the good things?
The good things in Norwalk,
Yeah.
I would say we had the infamous Dollar Theater and by the 5 Points. That was something we did. I did as a kid. I
A
loved
dollar per movie.
dollar per movie. That's what I would do every weekend. I would go there. I would go. I would be there for like watch 3 movies in a row, like stuff like that as a kid. Obviously, In and Out on the corner right after the movies. It's right there on the corner. You know, over there where they have the big old Norwalk sign.
Yes,
You've seen it.
there.
Everybody, if you've been to Norwalk, you've seen the Norwalk
Seen
sign.
it.
That's the 5 Points because of there's 5 different angles of the intersection. It's not 4, it's 5. That's on the 5 Points.
Okay. You went to school out there?
Yeah, I went to John Glenn. That's 2 high school, Norwalk High School, and then there's John Glenn.
Okay. So what's the environment like out there? Is it heavy like in the street culture, the gang culture?
Yeah, I mean, growing up in the '90s, the culture was really big out there. Like, what's it called, the ball heads with the big old white tees.
Okay, so you grew up in that era.
In that era, yeah.
Yeah. With
Because I was born '90, so by the late '90s, early 2000s, that's all you would see.
you caught the tail end, the tail end of that. Okay. When did you start getting into music?
I would say like 2002, when I was 12. I fell in love with Nas's Godson album.
Okay.
So like rap has always been around, but when I got obsessed, that was when the Nas Godson. I remember being imagine I was 12. I was in 6th grade, and he had just dropped I Know I Can. When you're 12 years old, that sounds like the most inspirational shit.
Be what I want to
Be.
be.
Yeah. So remember, I was 12. Put yourself in that position. I was 12 years old. That song came out. I was like, man, like I was motivated. And then from there, that's when, from that album, that whole album was fire, by the way. But then 50 Cent. So like right after the album, 50 Cent era came.
Okay.
And that was like, I was obsessed with. I was just listening to hella 50 Cent, G-Unit. I started going deep into the internet with the mixtapes. I was into all of that, the underground scene, if you were into that,
Yeah. Were you into any Mexican rappers?
At that time, I was probably listening to Lil Rob, like the girl songs, like the Mr. Capone girl songs. I was never really into like the regular rap stuff.
So the mainstream mix.
The
Because you
mainstream
listened to
stuff.
Nas, and then Rob was on the radio.
Rob was on the
So it was
radio
all
at that time.
mainstream,
Yeah.
Yeah. What about any underground, like the underground stuff, like the Shadows or?
Yeah, Shadow was always played around. Khalifa Thugs. Like my
Okay.
Mexican friends were bumping a lot of Khalifa Thugs. Like they were really popular.
Yeah.
Mr. Shadow, Night Owl. A lot of that stuff. I would say like a lot of Khalifa Thugs, low profile record stuff.
Okay. So when you were 12, you started getting into the music mix, and like you were
Like more an
you were
obsession than just hearing. Yeah.
hearing stuff and going that route. Did you ever get involved in any type of like street altercations? Did you go to juvenile hall? Any of that?
No, a lot of my friends did though.
A lot of your friends did. Okay. So you weren't doing none of that. So when did you actually like decide you wanted to do music?
I think after like my senior year in high school when I dropped
so
my
you were
first little
still-
mixtape.
You were still a teenager.
Yeah, because before that I was so I got into music at 2002, and I was making beats. Right, I had a little beat machine, and that I actually stole from one of my friends at the time, because I went to his house and his base it looked like a little basement, and he was making beats with it, and I wanted it so bad. By the 3rd time I went to his house, I just put it in my backpack.
And you took it.
Yeah, and I just took it, and
So you're a
I
thief.
still have it to this
So you're a
day.
thief.
I still have it to this day. It's
Damn, dog. Come on, Qurfew.
it's a little Korg synthesizer that had like
You ain't gonna take nothing from here, are you?
no.
All right, cool. Okay.
No,
so,
but what I'm saying is,
so I'm doing the math. I'm doing the math. You started doing music around '08 then.
Oh wait, rapping, yeah.
Rapping
But
around
beats
'08.
since I was 12, 2002.
You've been doing beats since you were 12,
Yeah.
2002.
So before I was making beats and I had people come record at my house. My house. That's also how I got out of trouble,
Okay.
because I started to spend more time in my room making beats. So all my homies that were rappers and doing all the bad shit as kids would come to my house was a recording house. And I wasn't.
Okay.
I thought it was just cool. Anybody can come to my house and record. They would knock on my window,
And do it.
and my mom would rather have me making beats at home than being out like that, So
Okay.
she never questioned it. Like, she would let all my badass friends come through.
Okay. So when you first started recording, I mean, you said Nas and them were inspiring you. So you were making those hip hop type beats. I'm assuming. Mm-hmm. And what was the race that was coming to you the most
Black,
to
because at that
record?
time it wasn't cool like that for like, you know what I mean? Like, there wasn't really an outlet. Like, obviously there was Chicano rap, but most of them weren't thinking about that. Like, they were either gangbanging or working in the kitchen already at 15, 16 years old. They were working in
Okay.
restaurants.
Okay. So the majority of your customers at that time were black.
Black, yeah.
We're talking about 2002.
No, they would come to record my house 2004.
2004.
Yeah.
Okay. And what kind of beats would you make? What was your style of beats that you like to make?
At that time, I was making a lot of like boom bap type beats. That's what I
Boom,
started off at.
boom bap. What's a boom bap beat? For the people that don't know, because
Like Mob Deep, like Shook Ones type, DJ Premier,
okay.
what's it called? Like stuff like that.
So East Coast hip hop.
East Coast, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Is it like East
That's the
Coast hip hop?
stereotype East Coast.
That's the main stuff. Okay. Is Nas considered boom bap?
Yes.
Yeah. What about? Did you ever hear of the Far Eye?
Far Side or
The
Far?
Far Eye.
No,
Yeah, Exhibit in them. Yeah,
it was using a group
Exhibit.
called the Far Eye.
No, he was a rapper. DEFARI. He was boom bap, but he came from the Exhibit tree. You
Okay,
got to listen to his album, the first one that came out in like the '90s.
and that was from the '90s. Okay.
That shit rocked, homie. I still got it on my playlist. Okay, so you were doing boom bap beats for the homies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Was there anybody at the time that you recorded that ended up taking off? Can you remember?
Funny you said that. Not as rap. Rock bands that I used to come record at my house. What's it called? There's a screamo band, and the lead singer ended up becoming the lead singer for the biggest screamo for that genre. Screamo.
Screamo?
Yeah, they're called Secrets,
Okay, that's
and they've
cool.
been around. They've been around for like 15 years
I
now.
heard the name. I just can't.
Yeah, Richard Rogers is the lead singer of that, and he used to come record at my house.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. What is screamo? What genre is that? Like they scream when they record?
Yeah, so it would be like soft, like girl, like punk, like pop punk, but then,
Okay.
but out of nowhere they'll just start screaming. So it'd be like today would be the day, and then all of a sudden just,
Yeah. Okay. I've seen that shit.
yeah. So they'll switch it up. So
Yeah,
you'll be
I've
like,
seen
damn,
that
okay,
shit.
these guys are like just singing about like girl shit, and then they'll be like, today I will die. Like,
Yeah. Okay, so
That type of shit.
you're doing. Did you charge anybody for the beats?
In high school, no, not at that time, no. I didn't start charging till after high school.
So after high
So I had a lot of practice. I put in a lot of hours. I'm talking about most of the time
So it was
I wouldn't
like,
even
yeah,
do my
that
schoolwork.
makes sense because you're doing it. You're hooking up everybody, and then your name gets out there. Like that homie, he's cool. You become
Yeah,
kind of like
and
a
I was
little,
having fun.
a little street legend. Because people be like, "Oh, I remember recording over there."
Yeah, but see, I had a different hustle. I wasn't worried about money, man. I was hustling. I was the burnt CD guy.
Oh, okay, that was a
And
good era.
so from sixth grade till senior year, I was making $50 to $200 a day selling burnt CDs.
What would you put on the burnt CDs?
Whatever they wanted. I had one price, $5, whatever you want.
Yeah, I remember that plug.
Yeah,
Actually,
I was that guy, and I had them in the trunk on my car too.
Yes, that was dope.
Anybody that knows me from that time knows me for that. Like, I still get asked, hey, I remember I used to sell CDs.
Hell yeah. I like, I used to get like all the dog pound shit. Mm-hmm. Like what I like, then hit up the plug and boom, you'd have them all different ones. Sometimes you get a bad CD
Oh,
and
yeah.
it'd be fucking blank.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, fuck. And then, or sometimes it would skip. And then you gotta, back then, I think because I came from when it first started, it would be like you can only put like 12, 13 songs before it would start messing up.
Yup.
Then it got better.
Then they put that little MP3 and you could put hella songs on
hella
that shit.
songs on there, yeah.
And then when the CDs went down, I just fucking upgraded my computer and started selling DVDs.
Okay.
So like, yeah, I've always been making money, but
Well,
I got that from my mom. My mom's a hustler.
that
So.
era is like dinosaur era now.
Yup. But but it was good money.
Yeah,
Imagine at
we
that
never
age.
did. Yeah,
That's why I
hell
always
yeah.
had. That's why I was always known for being fly. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad wasn't gonna buy me that stuff. My mom was like, "You want it? You got to go make some money." And I had my mom in my hustle because she was working at the factory. So my mom would, I would give my mom. We would split it 50-50, the profit that she made. So she would start selling CDs for me at work. She would come with lists like, "They want this."
Yeah, yeah.
All the Mexican shit, all her Mexican friends, whatever they wanted, I would download it.
I see that. I've been following you, man. I see that you have a really, really close relationship with your mother.
Yeah.
Yeah, you post her on the gram, and I think that's
That's
great.
that's my twin, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I
yeah.
get my sense of humor and my hustle from her.
Motherfucker, you look just like your mama, dog.
Yeah, I don't look. If you see my dad, I only got my height. You feel me?
Yeah.
For being Latino, I'm tall for like the Latino world.
So, growing up, with your mom and dad, it was a loving household.
Yeah,
Yeah, from the
yeah,
get go.
yeah. They always got along. I mean, I think after the third wife, my dad figured it out. You
Yeah.
make mom
What do
happy.
you think he figured out, dog?
He figured out you make your wife. Well, I think what's it called? They work for each other because my mom is real strong willed. She don't take shit from nobody. You feel me? And my dad's a good provider. So my mom, she like you could say like my dad was a priority come home and my mom would handle everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So we know that you were hustling in high school. You had the hustle mentality,
The
though, right?
hustle, yeah.
That's what it sounds like
And I
to
and
me.
I saw my friends going to juvie and all that shit. And I was like, I'd rather do this hustle.
Yeah. So you're hustling, and you're doing your thing. Now let's get into the music part now. So you're doing beats, and then when did you decide you wanted to step into the booth?
Senior year, I just said, you know what? Let me start rapping onto my own beats. And I was like, oh, I like how this comes out. Like, even though I was recording people for other, I didn't start recording myself to that. Like, I was kind of like, I would always shy away from it. Even though I had all the equipment, I'm like, ah. By senior year, I was like, fuck it, let me try this out. Let me make a whole tape. And then I was like, okay, how do I do it? I was like, I got to apply what I did selling CDs, burnt CDs with this. So then I just made, that summer, like after high school, I just made I made a whole album, like a whole mixtape or whatever, of other people's beats and my beats. It was like a mix.
Okay.
And then I just started, to my own customers, I would start selling my CD. So right from my first CD, I was already, without them even knowing if I was good or not, they would still buy my CD for $5.
Okay.
So that's how I kind of got my word out there as my name as an artist, not just the guy that records everybody.
Right.
And it got addicting. After that, I was just more focused on that. I started recording people less and just focusing on me being an artist. And that was the MySpace days.
Oh yeah, those are good days. Yeah. Fucking I don't think I was doing anything during those days. I was outside. Can't remember doing.
Because
anything.
you weren't coming out to what, 2011, 2012?
Way past that. Yeah,
Way
it was
past that, right?
14.
14. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 14. 15 is when I started really like hitting. But, that's for another interview. That's for
Yeah.
another.
See, during those times is when I was moving a lot. So like my music kind of took a hit, but but I needed all that time because I went to music school. So after high school, I moved to Florida to Orlando to go to music school or recording school.
Okay, so in '08 you started moving music. Let's get back to that. Who was hot in those from '08 to 11? Can you remember?
That's when the jerking era came out. But I felt like I was already too old. So like that was like the party for the kids. That's when like YG first came out before
Okay.
Tooted and Booted. He was like, being from LA, we knew him as a jerk rapper.
Okay.
He was into jerking and all that. That's when that era came out. Then all the music kind of moved into rap EDM.
Okay.
That was like the LMFAO. If you remember, that was like that kind of era. The music was going into more of a party scene again. And then, but it was a lot of like EDM music influenced rap.
Okay. I'm trying to remember that era, but
No,
yeah,
from '08 to 11.
But I was going through some things though. With
Yeah.
So I can't really remember too much.
But that was also an influence for me because see, the music shifted to that, right? That's when I started partying.
Okay.
That was my party, like the early party days, and that's when I started doing a lot of like party tracks. My music was transitioning into that, and then I would start performing at parties. You know what I mean? Like, because I was going to so many parties, and then I was starting to do release more music. My music started to kind of fit the sound of that. So then I would go to these parties, and I was even a part of a party crew called CSD,
Okay.
Chill Smoke Drink.
So during that time from '08 to 11, 12, and you said it was the jerking era, were you making songs that were similar to that?
Not the jerk music. I was doing a lot of like the LMFAO, like party tracks,
Okay,
like
party
rap party
tracks.
tracks.
So you started off doing party tracks.
Yeah, like I had a song called Chill Smoke Drink, and we used to throw our own backyard parties, and we would have 100 to 300 people in attendance, like Project X type parties. Like I'm talking about where you fill up the whole house. There's people on the roof, on the yard, and all of that.
And this was all over LA County. You're doing the parties.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah. We were a party crew, so we were throwing our flyer parties. And the flyer party, my that era of flyer parties was on Facebook. We would post it on a group, and everybody would share it, and that's how people would find out about these big old parties.
nobody had GPS though.
Huh?
Nobody had
They
GPS.
did, but it was like the cheap. Everybody, you had to buy a Garmin, or like
Yeah,
you
I
know
don't
the
remember.
signal
Did
wasn't as
they?
good.
Oh shit, man! I come from the day where you had to get it on paper, and if you fucking missed the exit, you got lost.
No, but for us by
For
then we already had like the beginning of the good technology shit. So
okay, cool. Okay, so you're doing house parties, and
yeah, and
those are fun.
and then I
Those are
was
fun.
performing at them too.
Right.
So you know what I mean? Like I was like, it was just easy. I was making the music for the scene, and then we were making money throwing these shows because we would charge for people to come into these parties.
Okay. What, 25?
Huh?
20 to
Like
get
20
in?
bucks, yeah.
20 to get in? Mm-hmm. I remember those. I would never pay. We just bully our way in. Like what?
Yeah, but like if you know like what's it called when it comes to like Norwalk or any of that scene, um, those house parties were a big deal. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
everybody probably went.
Everybody and their mama went, and then you see everybody with the Nas tanks and all of that. Like it was a big thing. I think like people don't party like that anymore. That's why they made movies like Project X and stuff because that we were really living that life. It was a great time.
Oh yeah, those times were
It was a
great.
great time to be 2021. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't party like that anymore. It's different.
No,
It's different.
but you gotta understand. I used that to promote my music. I was pretty smart with that.
Right. Oh, that's important. That's important. And then he started to move around.
Yeah, I moved around. I lived in Wisconsin for a couple years. Came back. I did that for work. It was good money at the time.
What were you doing?
I was working at a warehouse, but you gotta understand at that time I was making 25 an hour over there. Nobody wants to live there, so the wages are way higher.
Right.
So I got that opportunity, and I went, and I was able to. I had like my, you know what I mean? Like I had my own little nice lifestyle, like my own place, a new car. That at that time I never was able to do all that on my own.
Yeah.
So it was kind of
Wisconsin,
addicting.
What the fuck's out there, dog?
Nothing. You drink, you work, and you drink. I became an alcoholic over there.
You work and you drink. That's it.
That's all. That's life.
So you weren't making music.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's when I kind of like I was just on that mode. I was just out drinking a lot, and I thought that this was gonna be life because it's not hard. You could just do 40 hours and have everything, like the necessities. Have your own place, a car, have money in the bank, and go out whenever you want, eat whatever you want. I thought that was life at that time, and then after a couple of years of doing that, living in the cold, I said this is not life, and that's when I came back. When I came back over here, I ended up living in Colton,
Okay.
and that's when I got back
IE.
in the IE,
Yeah.
and that's when I got back into going harder with the music, and I started seeing the scene, and
When you mean the scene, do you mean the Latino scene, or do you mean the whole?
well, the scene that the scene as a whole, but I was blessed to meet an artist in San Bernardino named Fitz Taylor, and at that time in the 2015 era, he had a buzz,
Okay.
and I met them through a mutual friend, and I went to one of his album release parties, and from there I ended up, hanging out with them, seeing everything. I didn't, seeing the behind the scenes. He was signed to a label, and I got to see the behind the scenes of what they do behind the label, and it was kind of like my first exposure to what it's like to see somebody who's signed and how they move around.
Okay.
So that was like 2015 era.
The 2015.
Yeah, I was 25. So then from there, I soaked up a lot of game. You know what I mean?
Like, how did that help you?
It helped me see things like were not just in the underground level, on a higher level, because he was getting booked. He was doing a lot of like interviews like this, and he was getting booked at nightclubs like in Riverside. I forgot what's called Mezcal, like big clubs. They were booking him, paying him to come through, stuff like that. And I was like kind of like a part of the entourage. I was just peeping game. I was just watching everything. I was wherever he would go, I would go. But like I don't think that to be honest, I don't think he knew that I was like gonna be that smart enough to soak up game. Not in a bad way. He just thought like I was just gonna be somebody in the moment, and then probably I'll be gone, you know. But I
Yeah,
was,
well, there's a lot of them.
and that's all I needed. But what I'm saying, I thank him because that was like the foot that I needed in the door to like realize this could happen. I could do this. It's not just like you got to get signed to a label. I'm like, oh, this is how they move around. This is how you get in the door. This is the relationships you got to build. This
You're
is what you got
talking
to do.
about the independent road.
The independent route, yeah, the
Yeah,
independent.
independent route. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always a 50-50 toss-up when we ask that question. Who do we ask? We asked Drummer. Are you familiar with Drummer?
Yeah,
Boy?
I'm familiar.
We asked Drummer that question, and he said that if you can get your deal signed and it's not a messed up deal, then it's good when you first start. You know. Other than that, he said it took him 8 years to see any money. You know what I'm saying? 8 years to see any money. So and it's true because it was the same with me. You know what I mean? It took I'm in year 10, about 10, so I
Yeah.
barely started seeing anything. You know, it takes a long time.
Yeah, let's be real. I mean, I've said this before, but there's no real money in rap, like in the beginning phases.
Yeah.
And I think everybody gets that misconstrued. Like they think that people are living this lifestyle because of just being a rapper. It's not true. You got to put the grind, you got to put the 10 years plus, and you got to have other things going on for you.
Yeah, I believe it's a 10-year run. Do you think a lot of artists get discouraged?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
But you know what? They need to be, because if they can't handle the being discouraged, then they weren't meant for this game.
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah.
There's a lot of pressure that needs to be applied to every artist because everybody thinks that they can do it. How many people you interview or you see come here and think that they're gonna make it, and in your head you're like, you know what I'm saying?
What are you saying? They got to keep their day jobs? Is that what you're saying?
You need to keep applying that pressure. You got to tell them those kind of things, because if that kind of pressure makes them rethink their whole life, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
They need to be told those things, because if they don't want to deal with that, they don't want to go through all that drama, all that shit, disappointing your parents, disappointing your baby mama, disappointing your kids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be a rapper. Come on, bro. How many rappers you really know out here that make real money?
Yes.
It's not even 10%.
Okay, let me ask you this.
You gotta love this shit.
You gotta love that shit. Yeah, you gotta love it. Yeah.
Just be honest. You gotta love this shit.
You gotta love it. Yeah.
You gotta be a little delusional.
Yeah, I think people. I think when humans like something, like let's just say any occupation, like being a firefighter they'll go all the way till they can't go no more. They'll go jump in that fire and save people until their legs can't go no more. Same thing with like those old OG store owners or like Mexican taco places. I know somebody like that, bro. And he's like 80 years old and he still thinks he's 25. He says, I'm not going to stop coming into my taco spot until I'm gone.
Because that's his dream.
That's what he is. That's what they're doing, yeah. You don't think there's a cutoff point in music?
No.
No,
I think what you talk about, yeah, but not in music.
not in music. Yeah, I think people need. I
My
think.
my example is look at E40.
Yeah, he's still tight. It's just
Not
don't.
because he's not obviously because he's successful, but I'm saying if he wasn't, he's been able to move and groove over all these decades. But
Yeah,
it's what he talks about. He can still run with the youngsters. He can still relate to people his age. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, not many people can
I
do
think
that.
there comes a time when you have to, if you love something, then let's just say music. The great thing about music, would you agree, is that there's a lot of different avenues you can go with music.
Yo,
If you're didn't do so well in one category, you can go be a manager in the next category and still have your hand in the music, or you can start a label, or you can be H&R, what they call it, right, where human resources. Shoot, you can even be a publicist or
A&R.
or a writer.
There's a lot of
There's
artists
a
that become
there's a lot
ghostwriters.
of there's a lot of that.
Or you find your market. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, or even artists that have made it that fell off, they'll move to a country where they're popping. You never hear from them again, but they're getting constantly booked every
Yeah, they could
weekend.
be in England.
Petey Pablo is a prime example. People's like, what happened to him, bro? He moved to Europe, and every weekend he's booked.
Oh yeah, over there.
He moved over there. He's like, why fly out there when I'm getting booked there for a big bag? To him, it's like, fuck the U.S. He moved over there where the money's at. Now he don't got to travel. The money's there.
Money's there. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Look at
it's
Tony
true.
Yayo. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't got to drop no music, but now he found his lane with podcasting.
Yeah, that's
You feel
another
me?
lane. But his shit's still streaming though,
But
fool.
his shit's still
It's still
streaming.
streaming. I see his numbers like,
Yeah, his album's gonna go. I think he's probably gonna hit another platinum plaque just from because he's so relevant.
yeah, that album,
Thoughts of a Predicate Felon,
that was
fire.
his main album. Yeah, that
Yeah,
was the
fire.
one
Even
with.
his mixtape era,
Is that the
his
one where
mixtape
he's?
run was good.
Is that the one where he's escaping jail?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah.
song, the
Thoughts of a
video.
Predicate Felon.
Yeah, Thoughts
That's
of
his only official release. He never dropped another official album.
Really?
Yeah, never. Everything was mixtapes.
Fuck, that shit outsold
I'm a
everybody
I'm a big
combined.
G Unit fan, so I know.
It sold out. Sold out. That fool on one album got 50 rappers
Yeah,
all together.
but that's why he calls himself the Passport Gang because he after one album he still tours all Europe off of that album.
Yeah, for sure. Classic album. Great songs. I remember the album.
So that's why we're talking about that because you can find your lane and you can find. Everybody wants to talk about mainstream success, but there's so many different avenues that you can take. You know what I mean? You just got to be smart. Like you can either take the underground route, but as long as you have at least 100 supporters, I'm talking about people that buy. You can live off of 100 supporters. You don't need thousands. You don't need millions. You just have to have
A strong core.
strong 100
Core fan base.
core fan. To live off. You know what I mean? Like 100
Yeah.
core. Now, if you can have 1,000, you real good.
Yeah, it's true.
Just you know what I mean? Because
I'd rather have 1,000 people that fuck with me than a million people that are just watching me. Mm-hmm. And because I'm goofy or something, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense to me.
You know, like with me, like with my career, I've been smart enough to be like, okay, if I can't get people to book me, if I can't do this, if I can do that, okay, how do I make money? How to get my name out there? Boom, I figured it out. I was like, let me throw my own shows. Let me be the one that narrates the shit.
Okay, we're gonna get into that. Right?
Yeah.
Let me backtrack a little bit to when I first ran into you on tour. I remember you were performing the song "Schemin'." Am I late in your career?
2017. So remember we were at 2015?
Okay, yeah, 2015.
Now we're at
okay.
2017.
2017. Okay, yeah.
Which
so that's
is
when you
which is
kinda-
fine, yeah. Because in 2015 and 2017, when I was learning the game with Fitz.
Okay.
Then
you were coming in.
2017, when I went on my own.
Is that when you went on your own?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. I'm gonna tell the story. This is not my interview, but I remember pulling up to a show. Can't remember which one it was. Might have been
It was, I suppose,
805 somewhere.
805, yeah.
Maybe possibly. I remember.
No, it was Santa Ana at the clothing store because you came up to me with your CD and I bought a CD. I was at the C is something, some C
It was
clothing
like
shop,
a clothing shop or
clothing
something?
shop
Yeah, okay.
in Santa Ana.
And then
That's when I first met you.
2017?
2017.
Yeah,
You
okay.
were you were Ghetto Boy too.
Did you, yeah, oh, shit, no. No, I
No, no,
can't.
no. Because you had what's
The
his name
first
from
one,
Riverside?
yeah. I can't remember. But that's when you performed, I believe you were performing
She's
Scheming.
scheming, yeah, because it
She's
came out in
Scheming.
2017. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh shit, that shit's pretty tight. That's for sure is like a party, not party song, but like, I
It
don't know.
was. It
Yeah,
was. It
party
was.
song,
It
like
fit
a
that era, that time period.
turned up.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
it
that's
was
what,
like the ratchet music
there you go, ratchet
of
music,
LA.
yeah, for the bitches. And that's what caught me, dog, and I was like, oh shit, homie's doing it, you know what I mean? And then from there, we just kind of, kind of grew together. And I would see you on other shows, and that's when I saw you start kind of doing your thing. You had that record. What was the next record?
The next record I had after that was probably I Wish I Never Met You.
Was that an album? On an album?
Yeah, it was.
Scheming.
She's Scheming was on Hustler's Revenge.
Is that your first album?
Second.
Second album.
Yeah.
What was the first album? Just so we can cover that.
Killing with Success.
Killing with Success. Okay, so I might have not been there for that one.
No.
No. But the second one.
The
is when
second, yeah, at the end of the second one, I was already starting on the third one.
okay, you're starting on the third one. So you came in the game already with the idea of doing like, do we call it party music, ratchet music, or mainstream?
Ratchet music. Yeah.
Or mainstream. Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, it was like mainstream for the West Coast.
Mainstream for the way. Do you consider yourself, we say over here, in the box?
Like a label that we put in the box.
Yeah, like Chicano rap?
No, not at all.
No?
No, because they wouldn't even invite me in if they want. They wouldn't even consider
Are
me
you
to
Mexican?
be. No, I'm Colombian.
Oh yeah, we said that already.
Yeah.
Okay. Colombia. Did you, have you been back over there?
Yeah, I was there a year ago. I
Oh,
went.
so you
I went to go. I went to go put my house in my name.
Okay, so you own property in your what part of Colombia?
Cali, in the city.
Oh, Cali.
But it's crazy because when you go there in Cali, it's because the Amazon runs through there, so it's a city, and then you just see all this like natural life Amazon going through the city.
Okay.
So it's like really green, foresty, but it's a big city.
What's it like over there in Colombia, dog? It's got to be super
Man,
different.
it's like a party central. Everybody's happy, outgoing, ready to party, no matter what age they are.
Yeah.
But it's gritty. So when you get there, you're like, oh, this is like, it's gritty. But yet when you meet the people, everybody's so like ready to say hi to you. Everybody's smiling. There's nobody mugging you. But when it comes to the government and the guerrillas, like they're like surrounded in all the areas. Like instead of like police, you just see guys with like AK-47, like patrolling the cities. Like they're just there, ready to go.
Like
and they're guerrillas.
Police? Oh, guerrillas.
Like guerrillas, yeah.
Okay,
And
like
they work with the police.
the military type dudes.
Military,
from
yeah.
like jungles.
Yeah, and they're just like, and they're not like as friendly. They're just there. You know what I'm saying? And everybody's just minding their own. Like everybody's in their motorcycles because it's mostly everybody has like, little motorcycles. It's mostly taxis and these little motorcycles. If you do see a car, that's because they have money. Like having a car over there is luxury.
Okay, damn. What about the females? They some baddies?
Well, I mean, Colombia is known to have some of the most beautiful women in the world. Yeah.
Yeah, they got like a fig out there.
I mean, I believe every major city has a
Yeah.
fig. Come
You
on.
don't- You
Yeah.
don't go try none of the clubs. I mean, not those clubs, but just they got clubs and shit out there.
Yeah. Like every
Yeah.
corner has like a little club,
Yeah.
and they're open. Like it's not like here, things there like Vegas open 24 hours.
Yeah. Because everybody's seen the Netflix.
Yeah.
You've seen it with the Pablo, what is it called? The Narcos.
The Narcos, yeah.
Yeah, the one. What they did, the first one was with Pablo. Remember, he went against Cali.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Medellin and Cali always had beef.
Had the
Because you
rival.
got the Medellin cartel and the Cali cartel.
So you've been out there, so you're from there. Do you know, has all that calmed down, or is it still like a big thing?
It's always going to be a big thing, but has it calmed down? Yes. There was a time where there was like a no-fly zone, like coming from the United States. if people from the U.S. came here and they knew you were on a U.S. Plane, you were a target. So for a while, my mom would just go solo, and none of us would go. Me and my dad wouldn't go.
Yeah.
Because when I was younger, obviously we all go as a family, and then there was a time period where my mom was the only one that could come and visit.
That's because of the violence. That's why.
The violence and all that. As soon as they seen that you're American, like my dad couldn't go, you know.
I wonder if like
But it's
they're,
calmed down now.
they're still going at it, but maybe the violence has stopped and now they're more digital and tech.
Yeah, it's more
Yeah,
digital
you know
tech,
what I'm
and then
saying?
so what happens is out there, most of the the violence is in the trenches, in the far up in the woods and all that, bro. Because
different.
like I said, like Cali, if you ever go, it's literally like a rainforest, and then you just see metropolitan city.
Right, big city.
And then even like the rainforest just runs through the city, like you see green and all these beautiful animals, and then boom, you just see city life.
Do they have favelas in Colombia? I'm sure they
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
Those
Like
are
the
more
my grandma's first, like the hood where she lived at, like the favelas, you know how it slopes up and all these homes.
all that stuff.
My grandma, yeah, like to go to the supermarket to go get chips as a kid, we had to walk all because she was all the way at the top.
Oh, so she lived in a favela.
Yeah, but she lived on the top, so we would have to go get milk, go all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
Remember as a kid, you know,
That's like
going up and down.
is that considered our favelas considered the poor areas,
Yeah, the poor areas.
like the ghettos?
So that's why we had to get my grandma out of there, because my mom was putting money into the house. And imagine you're there in that neighborhood, and then your house looks the nicest. You're a target. Because my mom was fixing up the house.
Oh, okay.
So money here,
So
boom, boom,
you're
boom,
a target
fixing it
from
up.
what, the community?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's haters everywhere. Huh?
Yeah. And so my mom got a house built, further away from there, more in the city. And yeah, my grandma's been there ever since.
Yeah.
And then now I got the house in my name, so that I take it over. But my grandma lives in there.
Okay.
Make
I
sure.
know we're going away from like the story and going back, but that's what we do, the one-on-one.
Yeah, because we're having a real
Yeah,
conversation.
just having a convo. It don't matter, to the people out there, man. This is how we do it, Yeah. So Colombia, man, I want to go out there, man.
You got to. It's a beautiful city, and then you would fit in right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you could be good out there, but it's still grimy. So you'll feel like
I
you're right
like
at home.
grimy, yeah. I think like the favelas. I always think it's like the ghettos, the worst ghettos out here. Like like I look at. I mean, obviously it's more worse in a lot of places, but I mean, like we have our ghettos in America.
But I always say we have it good here, bro. As much as
Oh
people
yeah.
complain, and I'm not trying to put anybody's story down, because obviously people go through some crazy shit. But to be honest, when you go outside of you travel. When you go outside of the U.S., we have it good here, man. People that are complaining about their lifestyle in the hood, bro, go to a third world country, or go to these areas, and these people are really struggling with no running water. They don't know if every day they're gonna have protein and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Like that shit would literally humble you.
Oh yeah. No,
You know what I'm saying? People think they have it so bad here, man. They don't have EBT over there. They don't got this. You know what I'm saying? We got it good.
got it good, man. Thank God we ain't in like shit. There were countries where they're fighting over water.
Over
Imagine
water,
that,
man.
Man, that's crazy. Yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day. Imagine having to fight for water.
Just for water, the basic necessity.
Could you do it?
Could I do it? Yeah.
Could you, if it was you and your neighbors, you know what I'm saying? And the water's there, but only one house is gonna survive and be able to drink it.
I'm surviving.
Could you go over there and whack them neighbors off?
Yeah.
You would?
Yeah.
Clip them?
Yeah.
Fuck.
I'm a survivalist. I can survive anywhere. Yeah. You can put me anywhere. I've been in every situation. I'm a survive. I got that from my mom. You know what I mean? That story is too long to tell, but my mom's story of coming from Colombia all the way here.
I'll tell you what, man.
It's a crazy story.
I couldn't do that. As crazy as that sounds, I would make me the man of the house, and the man of the house at the neighbor's house, and tell him, me, you, the oldest son, and my oldest son, we're gonna let the kids drink and the women drink, and me and us four, we're gonna sit here and not drink nothing and die. I couldn't kill nobody over no water like that. That's me. Now I'm a survivalist too. Like ain't nobody like that. That's a different
But
situation.
that's only
That's one
if you had
aspect.
to.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm gonna figure it out before I would do that. But
Yeah, yeah,
would I be
yeah.
capable
But
of
when
that?
there's no
Yeah.
figuring it out, I mean,
But that's what I'm saying. Like if there's nothing, yeah, I'll be capable
where
of.
did I see some shit like that in Africa? They be tripping on each other, cutting off limbs and stuff like that. What do they call it? Warlords? Those warlords and shit like that, bro. Crazy, bro. You know, like over here, like I said, we don't. Sometimes we take for granted how easy we got it out here.
We got it really easy here, man. That's why I don't chip on about none of that stuff. People be like, "Oh, I'm from here. I had it bad." Man, you have it, because a lot of them, they're never gonna know anything outside of
We waste
their
water and we
area.
waste food out here.
Yeah,
Facts.
even in the worst hoods and the worst impoverished wise, we're still wasting.
Yeah. I feel like even in the worst hoods in America, I feel like now everybody can eat because we got like EBT
EBT.
and you know, and someone. I
There's
mean, I don't let.
every church is giving out food.
I rarely let a bum starve. I don't mean to call them bums, but you know, the
Yeah.
homeless starve. You know, uh, are you a giving type person like that?
Yes.
Yeah. Like Thanksgiving, you'll hand out turkeys and shit.
I have donated to. I haven't personally handed out tickets, but I have donated to people that give out turkeys.
I'm trying to think. Have you ever came to one of my donations?
No.
No, you haven't.
But would I?
Yeah, you
When
would
I
if
have
I
ever
invite you.
said no to you?
No, never,
So
never. You've always been there when we needed you or when I needed you, man. That's why I appreciate you. Uh, um, if you guys want to get at his music, let me just interject here. You go to at Curfew on Instagram,
Qurfew on every platform
on
and
every
everything.
platform at Curfew, just in case they're like, oh, because people like the music stuff too. But we're gonna get back into that right now. So you know, you were doing records. You're coming up. It's 2017 now. You're doing great. You're touring. You know, not
Yeah,
a
touring.
lot of people get to tour.
Yeah,
You
and then
know,
from that tour, those tours where I suppose, that's when I figure out I'm like I could do this myself.
yeah.
So doing that grind for like it was like 2 years.
How'd you meet? I suppose.
He hit me up on Instagram
Yeah.
because I was doing I was doing my own meet and greets without even knowing if anybody would show up. But I was smart enough to like I would make my own little flyers
Yeah, yeah.
and make it look like I was a big deal. And I would invite hella of my friends and then their friends, and then have their people come. But it wasn't really a meet and greet. Nobody knew who the fuck I was. But
But you were hyping it up.
I
So
was hyping. It looked good on camera. It looked good on pictures, and I made a flyer, making me look like a big deal. You know what I'm saying? But it was basically just hanging out with my friends and their friends. But because of with the power of the internet and all that, it made people were like, "Damn, Qurfew, you're really doing it." But that was like my promo.
was
You know,
that
I
your
learned.
first tour? I suppose.
Yeah, that. But
Yeah.
but to get to that, he hit me up because of that meet and greet. He was like, "Oh, who the fuck is?" He's like, "Oh, I see you everywhere now, but and I see that you do a lot of stuff with artists in the 818 because he's from the 818."
Okay.
And that's that he hit me up. He's like, "Oh, I'm doing this tour and I can give you a deal." Blah 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 blah. And then that's how I got on that tour.
That's how you got on the tour.
Yeah,
Yeah. What year is this?
2017.
17?
Yeah.
What cities were you seeing? Where were you going?
He was taking us to San Bernardino, Riverside, a lot of places in the 818, like Pacoima, Panorama
Yeah.
City.
So it started off local. It
Yeah,
started
yeah,
off
yeah. At first, I didn't understand it because it was like we were doing shows in weird places like barbershops and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I wasn't used to that. So like, but later on, I get why he did that. But what I'm saying at that time, I'm like, this is odd, blah 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 blah. But what I saw that was beneficial was because he showed me when he had hit me up on Instagram, he sent me videos of him at shows with a lot of people, right? And I'm just being honest. It's not no shade, no nothing. I pull up to these shows and it'd be a lot of rappers that were like me that they had hit him up to be on tour or whatever, and it'd be like in the beginning probably like 30, 40 people and like 20 of them was artists.
Yeah. Oh, I remember. I know the game.
Yeah, but it's no shade. It's just
Yeah.
I'm just telling the truth. This is
It
what
is what it
really
is, yeah.
really was happening. But this is where I shine light to it.
Nothing's changed.
Yeah, nothing. No, but
No, I'm
this
not saying with him. I'm saying with the game.
with the game, yeah.
Nothing's changed.
But what I did see is that he would have like probably 5 supporters, like young supporters that were really like geeked out, like fanning out for him. So that's when I saw it, and then I would see them buy all the merch. Like they would be patiently waiting and wanting to take. That's the first time I ever saw that. I never saw that in person. I only saw that on YouTube. So then I was like, okay, they're over here. They're buying his merch, buying his CD, and they're watching every artist, like really like trying to see who they gonna like, who they don't gonna like. And even though it was on a small scale, I was smart enough to be like, okay, this could be times X, like times 10, times 20.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's when I saw, okay, it's possible. Because then I studied him. I studied him. I was like, okay, are the numbers real of the followers here, or not? Like, how many followers do you have to have for these many people to show up at every? Because obviously you're on tour, so I went to like 10 different of his shows, and I would say 5 to 10 people at every show were real fans. Everybody else was just artists or didn't know who he was because they were there with other people.
Yeah.
So
well, that's the way they do it. You know how it is. Let's give him some game.
Yeah.
It's that effect where you got 40 or 50 hardcore, your fan core, hardcore fan base, and then if you can get 7 artists to bring 7 people, that's another 50. You know what I mean?
Yeah, think about it. If you're booking 10 artists and they bring 7 people each, that's 7 people. Like
so then when you see the crowd, you're like, dang, that shit is packed.
Yeah, but because you're the headliner, everybody is assuming that they're there for you.
Yeah, that's been the game.
But that's the game,
The game,
And that's the reality.
They're doing it
the
now.
Underground scene.
The new young homies do it like that.
I mean, even artists that got a hit record, if they're just starting, when they get on the circuit, they got one hit song, they'll go and sell slots to 5. But they'll tell them you have to sell this many tickets.
Right. They put
so
the pressure
it even happens on a higher scale.
Right. Yeah. And when you sell the tickets, if you got 20 of them, 15 of them are gonna be your people.
Look, let's be honest here. On this platform, when it comes to Hispanic artists, Mexican artists, I will tell you right now, the only people that are really selling tickets just for them, for the fans themselves, I could probably say Shoreline or Jeezy's, probably one of them, probably King G.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That for real.
They just throw their name out there and the tickets go because they got.
Yeah, because of their name.
I
see,
they
like
got fans.
And then what's it called? Like I'm trying to say from just thinking like that quick. See, there's only 2 that can come when it comes to like Mexican rappers or Hispanic rappers or whatever.
Yeah, touring wise.
That don't need like they'll probably will put some homies on, but like just themselves, who?
Yeah, it's easy. I'm gonna be real. It's easy for an artist that's from Cali to throw a show and pack it out in their backyard. You know what I'm saying? You can organize that and make the move and get people to go. Like you say, get the artists to go and shoot. You could do that. You get what I'm saying? But to go out of state and do it is only a few, like you said.
Yeah.
I think OGZ, King.
Like I just had an album release party.
Drum.
And what's it called? Just for me alone, 30 people came out. That's not a lot, but they came there for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They weren't there because so many artists and blah 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 blah. The game. I was just trying to test it out. It was my first time doing an album release party.
Good, man. Hell yeah.
And 30 people came out that gave a fuck about me. That's to me. I was like, damn, this is dope.
Yeah, it's good to see you elevating, dog.
Yeah.
You've been doing it for a minute though, doing your own shows and stuff like that. I've been noticing you're always out of state, doing your own shows, organizing your own shows. Let's talk about that a little bit, because you were on tour with, I suppose, he was, at the time, a bigger artist, right? And then when did you start saying, like, I could do this myself?
It was literally after the I Suppose shows.
After his tour, so you studied him and then took a piece of game from him
and
applied a little bit of your game.
I just went blind into it. And I told my team, you've met probably a couple people, or my homies, you probably remember their names, but the same people that I always roll with, I said, all right, you do this and you do this. You hit up all these venues, and then I would even do the homework for them. Here's all these venues. Boom, 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 here's the numbers. Yeah. You do this, I do this, and we're going to take this over. And if they say no, it's okay. I got 10 of them on there. But you go meet up with them. They say you got to pull up. You pull up, but you represent me. Boom, 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 boom. That's how I did it. But I was smart enough, like, to do that. And then out of the 10 places, I'll probably get like 3 yeses and 2 are going to work out. You know what I'm saying? And then
Right.
I would book to say, what dates can we have? And then from there, we just build up a relationship with these venues. And then that's how I started throwing shows. And then I saw at first I did that. I would overbook. I was like, okay, let me overbook artists. And I would book like 15 artists, right? Just to see how this works out. And then from there, I started building up a name for an artist who throws shows. And then from after like, I would say a year of throwing shows, I didn't even have to reach out. I would get reached out. Like I would make one post on my story on Instagram, and if they'll hit me up to be a part of the show. You know what I'm saying? So like game, when you don't reach out and they reach out to you, that's when you're valuable. If I reach out to you, hey, can you do the show? You have the right to be like, I charge this much, bro.
Fuck, dog. Lately, I've been getting reached out to a lot. Is that good?
Yeah. So if they reach out to you, so when they reach out to you, that's when I can be like, oh, I charge this much. Oh no, I don't have it, bro. Well, you reached out to me. Your loss. Next one. If they, you know what I'm saying? But if you're reaching out and then you're like, hey, bro, like, why are you charging me? Like, you hit me up. Duh, you hit them up. So obviously, but that's why you learn once your value goes up, when you don't have to reach out and they reach out to you, that's when you're.
For the people that don't know about like the business of doing it by yourself, is it expensive, and does it cost to like rent out these venues when you don't got somebody calling you to bring?
No, you just gotta know how to talk to people. I could do it with $0, and I did it from the beginning. But that's because I was studying the game and I learned how other people do it. When you first start out, everybody wants to pay for all this shit, and you shouldn't. You got to keep your costs as low as possible.
Of course, that's mandatory.
And always overbook. Don't trust, or you never trust artists. I don't trust rappers.
Yeah.
A rapper could be like, hey, bro, I'll bring out 20, 30 people. I got a name. Like, I'm cool out here, man. Like, I'm gonna be one of the best performers. I don't give a fuck.
They don't bring jack shit.
You ain't gonna bring shit. You're gonna bring your baby mama or your side chick, and maybe a couple of your homies, and then you're gonna want me to get them in for free.
Then they gonna want you to give them 2,500.
And you ain't gonna, and your music's probably gonna be ass.
Damn.
But
That's not a good trade-off, huh? Giving a rapper, 1,500 and he only brings 100 people. No.
If they pay $10 each,
it's only $1,000. You don't even make it back.
You're gonna make it back.
Yeah. Rough game.
But
damn. Stick to fucking selling crack. Nah, I'm fucking with you, though.
Yeah, I mean, I know people that have booked artists with big names, and I'm trying to remember one, but one that we all know. It's like a bigger artist. They booked him for like $1,000. He literally brought his entourage, and they all had to get in for free. Nobody came, posted the flyer once. But that's part of the game. For any people out here that want to throw your own show with a big headliner, just because you pay him and he posts it one time, don't mean people are going to show up.
Yeah.
It could even be in their city. Trust me. I've seen it. I've seen it so many times that I've never done it because I just see it.
I have too. Unfortunately, yeah. It's the grind, though,
But if you're on the other side, if you're the artist getting paid that, I mean, hey, get your lick. You got it once or twice, but after that, I'm telling you, everybody talks. If you can't bring the people, you're going to be booked less and less. Everybody talks.
What was your first show out of state?
My first show out of state would have to been Vegas.
Las Vegas?
Yeah, it was like it was like one of those like scam events where he booked like because over there the clubs close like at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And he booked probably like 40 artists. Everybody did one song. We drove all the way there to perform one song.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was, and we were hyped because this was like 2017, and we're like, okay, we're going to Vegas to perform, right? And it was at this big club. It was called Club Next, something like that. And we go there and it's packed. It's a dope ass club, but it's packed. But I figured out it was all 40 rappers. I didn't know that it was set up that way.
Yeah, 40 rappers with 8 people.
Yeah, and then the guy was like, oh yeah, man, I got you. I know you came all the way from Cali. He ain't had me. I was one of the last people to perform. Guess what time I would go on?
2 a.m.
It was like almost 3 a.m. when I went on.
Man, that's a
and
bus.
there was nowhere to sit. So we were patiently standing from 9 p.m. all the way to like 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah. Was
But
that
I will say this though, even though it was 3 a.m., there was still a big ass crowd. But that's the game. They basically just they had one song, and they just keep running it, bam, 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 and nobody really gave a fuck about our performance. It just looked lit because there's a lot of people there.
Yeah, well, yeah, but that's cool. You know, you experienced that and you could build on it. You got to use every opportunity of any type of hype to make it look good. You know, that's the way it is out here. You know that, bro. I mean, you're not gonna post a. I'm not gonna post a video of you rapping to one fan when you got 30,000 followers.
Yeah, but that's why you're gonna see a
You
lot
know
of
what I'm
these
saying?
guys when they post, they'll have somebody post right behind like a couple people,
Uh,
so it looks like they're performing in front of a lot of people.
of
I mean,
course,
it's just
yeah.
part of the game.
But you're gonna you know, if you're part of the team is what I'm saying, you're not gonna post those type of clips. You know, because the goal is to make it hyped, you know. I mean, you could, I mean, if you were starting off and you had like 3 fans, then that's cool because you could show when you had 3 fans and then show when you had
Yeah,
300.
but
But if you're already like supposed to be legit and you got 100,000 followers and only 25 people show up, I never see them post that footage. But I'll hear about it.
never, yeah,
I'll hear like, oh, that show
yeah,
was,
because everybody talks.
yeah, everybody talks. That show was bunk, dog. I was there. There was only 22 people. You know, and you're like, damn, that's crazy. Why didn't they post it? And then you realize they're not gonna post
No,
that.
all those 22 people that you saw up front from the angle, that was all that were there.
Yeah, yeah, they make it look hype. But I mean, you know, that's
Part of the game.
marketing and
Yeah.
that's part of the game. Like,
And you got to use it as your motivation. Like you didn't bring people either, so why you
Yeah.
getting mad?
yeah, you just gotta do. You
You
gotta
gotta
try
hustle.
to do better and
You
hustle.
gotta do better. You gotta hustle. I for my thing is if you can't bring at least 10 people, you should at every show you shouldn't do this no more.
Yeah.
If you can't hustle to get, if you have, even if you have at least a month to promote yourself or to hit up people, if you can't bring 10 of your homies or family members or fans or whatever the fuck at every show, you should not do this.
So trip out on this, bro. I had like this idea. You know, I don't care who takes it. I take it. They, with the way the market is and the way the internet is, I feel like people don't want to come out no more. Everybody's stuck inside to the phone. They can see you from a distance. They don't no longer have to go in person, and I think that's affecting a lot of the shows.
The experience.
They don't. Nobody
Because
wants.
to them, they can experience
Nobody
it like
wants to
this.
experience anymore, unless you're really solidified. I'm talking solidified, like a Drake or a Kendrick. Then they'll go do the experience. Other than that, even if you're doing good in the streets and you got 1 million followers, they mostly want to see you on the phone. They're not gonna move unless it's like out of the ordinary to them, right? So I think they should do something digitally. I think they should do live shows and then put a price on it for the guy that don't want to come out. Oh, you want to see Peso live, and you from Texas? He's doing a live stream. Boom, the Texas guy, someone in Texas, Louisiana, hit $7.99 a ticket, and boom, kind of like pay-per-view. Then you can see him because they're not gonna fly out. They might stream them, but from a long distance. But to experience the show is what I'm saying. They're gonna get paid off their streams because you can be anywhere and stream now from long distance. But if they want to experience like a live show, instead of them having to fly or, you know, because a lot of the rappers, they don't go out anymore. You don't see it.
You don't see it at
You
all.
don't see it at all. You get what I'm saying? So for the fan that's out of state, you could just, boom, I could watch him live. You know, and then what you do is you do it like that, and you just fill the room a little bit, like 100 people.
100 people that experience and still have a live stream.
You have like a live stream experience, yeah. I think it's innovating. I think that I had talked about it on the Kool-Aid episode. You know, I think that would be dope. You know, I think it's needed because it's not even for the artists. They're gonna make money. If you do $10 a live stream show, you pack it with 100 people, like somewhere in here, put the stage up, big background, and $10, I think people will chime in.
Kind of like how they did with Versus. They only had an intimate crowd, but everything was
Kinda, yeah.
hyped
yeah.
on the live stream.
Yeah, except it wouldn't be a versus, it'd be a live show.
Yeah, but it'd be a live show, yeah.
A live show. And you make them do it right, dude. If I'm managing some of these big artists that are young, I'm telling them no lyrics on when they rap. I'm
No
showing them,
backtrack.
I'm giving them the maximum performance for the fans. Mm-hmm. You know, because now it's a if it's coming in a month, it's a preparation thing. We don't have to go state to state and just be fast. Because when you're traveling state to state, you're going here, here, here fast. So you're not able to regroup every show. But if you're just doing a one-time thing, it's a month away, you can pull in all the fans digitally, but make
Facts.
sure that the show is very good. Pretty good
But
idea.
but it's also like it depends on the market. Like for me, from experience, from going out of state, I think a place like is I do really well in like Arizona, New Mexico, and Texas. Those are like my biggest markets, especially Texas. Those kind of places aren't as tech savvy and things take slower, right?
Yeah.
That's where I sell the most merch. What's it called? Physical copies. That's you know what I mean. That's where I have the most fans.
It's Texas
Texas, yeah.
and Albuquerque.
Yeah, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, but Texas is my biggest market. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you're right. Like places like LA, New York, where everything's like where more technology, like those live stream things are like more. Those will succeed more, right? But like places like that, where it's they call them entertainment deserts, where a lot of artists don't come out there. You know what I'm saying? When they
Yeah.
do have artists come there, it's a bigger deal and people pack them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same type.
It's like I've been trying to get you to go to Ridgecrest. You do a show in Ridgecrest, it's an entertainment desert. Not many artists come, but when they do, people show. I've brought people. Like
Where's that at?
I had a rapper in Iowa fly in and come there, and then it made it a big deal, and we packed out the whole show.
Where's that located at? Where's
It's about an hour further away
by
from Lancaster.
by Lancaster. Okay.
Yeah, like I've booked people from out of state that came all the way here to gain fans because he even said he's like, should we do a show in LA or Ridgecrest? I say no. Come to Ridgecrest and you'll see you'll gain more fans. Like opinion, like if you came to Ridgecrest, you're not gonna be watching rappers. You can gain fans from that
Right,
audience.
right.
And then you forget there's homies everywhere. There's homies in Ridgecrest.
Of course, and Lancaster.
Yeah, that's what I'm
it's a
saying.
new
Like you gotta
crowd.
find your market. You gotta find where you at because what's fans equate to money.
Yeah, the Latino market is like all the West Coast. I'll name the cities for you. Let's keep it a buck. Albuquerque, Denver,
Great market.
Salt Lake City,
Seattle,
Seattle,
Portland.
Tri-Cities, Texas, anywhere in Texas.
Anywhere in Texas, Phoenix.
Phoenix, all the places. If you can get a show in Tucson, wherever.
That's about it. That whole
That's
the
West Coast market right there. Boise.
Boise, Idaho.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll put Boise up in there. Oh, and Kansas,
Wichita,
and those areas.
Oklahoma.
Yep, Oklahoma City. That's in the mix. Yeah.
That's probably your best market as a Hispanic artist.
Yeah.
To
I
hit.
agree with you, man.
And we know because we've actually been to those places.
Yeah, I've been.
We
to
see it with our own
almost
eyes.
all of them. Yeah. You too.
Everybody's so worried about trying to be cool in LA, man. It's faster to be cooler everywhere else. I'm telling you.
Oh man. Yeah, there's some big bags out there. People don't know. Hey, I heard you used to be an intern for Brick Squad Monopoly, Waka Flocka, Young Jeezy.
Yeah,
Like an intern doing what?
I
Those
was
are big names, Waka Flocka. Young
Yeah, like crazy thing is after music school, when I moved back from Orlando after I graduated, I came back to LA, I came back to Norwalk, and I was looking up jobs on Craigslist, and this entertainment company called Soon was looking for people to intern. It didn't say Brick Squad or anything. It just said Soon Entertainment. I went. The office was in Culver City. I did the interview. The place was like legit, something like this. You know, it was a nice office. And then they were like, "Oh yeah, we like what you're talking about. You seem to know about music, blah blah blah." And this is what the job entitled. So it was social media to run these people's fan pages. And then that's when I found out who I was running. So I ran their official pages for 2 years. I ran Joe Moses before he had a name. He was signed to Brick Squad Monopoly. And I ran 211, who was signed to Young Jeezy's CTE. And he just got a buzz. He had just dropped the Red Print album and got a co-sign by Jay-Z at that year.
Oh, shit.
So he was supposed to blow. He was supposed to be Young Jeezy's next artist to blow, 211.
Damn. So when you're running those pages, like that's crazy. That's a crazy opportunity. They were paying.
A lot of people don't know that. I
Yeah.
think you're the first podcast I ever said that.
Yeah, you were getting paid for that. What was the DMs like? Like, were they getting crazy messages?
They were getting. I'm not gonna lie. It was mainly girls hitting them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like, fuck it, I'm gonna play the role and be like, hey, meet me over here. I'm the one running the page. Like,
No.
I'll get you closer to Moses if you just come. You know, never wanted.
Yeah, and this is Joe Moses. Right when he was starting to get a buzz in L.A., he had this is so it's crazy. I knew about the song. I don't know if you remember that era. So this was like 2011, 2010, 2011 era. And Joe Moses had just dropped a song with Ty Dolla $ign, but nobody knew who Ty Dolla $ign was. He wasn't big yet. And he dropped a song called Go Bitch. Go Bitch. And it was a big song in LA.
I remember it.
That was at all the parties. And then that was the song before I Do It For The Ratchets that got him the name. So Go Bitch was the song before Do It For The Ratchets that got him a name in LA. I was doing all that promo. I was running his fan page and every day, I'm the one that started it, but every day that shit would grow. Like I was seeing that shit was just, the likes just going up and up and up. And it was crazy to see that. And I was learning as I go. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just putting it by ear and then posting stuff. Whenever he would post on Twitter, I would grab his content and then make my own content on his fan page. And I was just like every day, just posting every day and then trying to add people, trying to add the page to different rap groups. Because at that time, remember, groups were popular. And like if you want to look for a certain type of music, you would go on these groups on Facebook. And I learned how to do all of that. I was just studying the game, looking up videos on YouTube, reading a lot of threads. Because remember back then, like blogs and all that was popular. And anything I could get with Joe Moses, I was just posting content. So before content was king, I was already like learning that. And so that's why I'm good at it now, because I was doing it before it was cool, before it was a thing to do. Because of being in there, because I really wanted, like, remember I was young and I was hungry. I got a big belly, so I'm still hungry. But what I'm saying is, like, young in the game, starting out, I'm like, damn, okay, I'm working with these people.
Yeah, that's dope. What year was that?
2011, 2012.
Oh, so it was earlier.
So I was there from 2011 to 2013. 2 years interning.
Doing the intern?
Yeah.
Man, do you think that being linking up with I Suppose from the 818, because he was in the Chicano game, right? Or what would you call that?
I think they labeled him Chicano. And I think
rap.
he, like, remember earlier, like, oh, do you think you're in a box? I think he was.
I mean, to me, he sounded more hip hop, but
No, yeah, but
no
they
matter
put him in
what,
that box.
He's Mexican, and
because there wasn't subcategories.
And he
If
used
if you looked Hispanic, you were automatically, even if your music wasn't, you were Chicano.
And he put the vibe out there anyways. I think, sometimes he would like, would he bring the flag out? I can't
The
remember.
Mexican flag out, yeah.
Yeah, so they put him in. Do you think when you linked up with I Suppose the first time that you got kind of introduced to that genre? Like really started looking at artists that were in that genre?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like
I would
that
say
probably,
so.
yeah. Like once you linked up with I Suppose, you were like, oh, because he was linked with G and everybody at the time.
Yeah, because I would kind of put him, no disrespect or nothing, but I would put that, even though he got further than I Suppose Self-Provoked. During that time, I was kind of putting them in the same category.
That's that. Yeah,
and I think that's why Self-Provoked could never break from that, even though he didn't sound like that either. You know what I'm saying? And I think
you think it drew him in.
Man, yeah, I think that's a flaw, but he never sounded like that. I think he could play against the big dogs, with the black artists and this, and to be further than being labeled as
Self-Provoked.
Self-Provoked.
That fool's a talented artist. Bro.
Super talented.
Yeah, that dude.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like a lot of people put him in that.
He don't even gotta try, dog. He's a good
he
writer.
just raps.
Yeah, he just raps. Some people, You got to write and fucking try to do this and do that. It's hard, you know. Got to practice. But he has like a natural. I've always said that about him. That dude, he's very talented artist, dog. You know, still doing it. He's still doing it.
But when I also like before all that, when I saw King G do songs like Hopeless Boy
Yeah.
and those, that's when I said, oh, there's a chance to be bigger but not be labeled. Because even though Lil Rob has Summer Nights that did hit radio, it was always gonna be categorized as just that.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Even
you
though
feel
Mr.
like
Capone
G,
has his little hits,
You
he's
feel
still
like
gonna
G
be.
gave you more of a mainstream hope,
G made it possible for someone like me to look at a bigger picture.
the bigger picture.
You know what I mean?
Which
Even
is
though,
the mainstream picture.
even though I'm not a street rapper or whatever,
Right, right.
quote
Yeah,
unquote, he made me see things like it's possible.
Yeah, through
Then to
his
be put on a
records.
box.
Yeah, do certain records. Yeah,
Yeah, through
because he
certain
did have
records.
street records.
Oh
but,
yeah, I mean, yeah, he pushed that card real hard, but those type of records was like,
Hopeless Boy.
yeah. And then he had to show people that he was still that guy when he did that joint album with Drummer Boy. What was it, last year or 2 years ago? He showed that he can still be there with like the Shoreline Mafias.
Yeah.
That shows you that, oh, yeah, we could do this too. And I think that was needed as well.
Do you feel like making music is a competitive sport?
Of course. I think rap in general. I think other genres don't go through that. There's no competition. Everybody's doing their thing and everybody's like, oh, this is my friend, and everybody supports each other. I think rap is always, but that's rap.
Yeah. You don't think country guys got beef songs?
Nah.
Damn.
They too worried about talking about their dog and their pickup trucks. Nah, but I like country. But no, I think rap is probably the only genre that's super competitive.
Yeah.
But you have to be. You gotta have some type of ego because everybody's gonna walk all over you. You gotta feel like you are the best.
Yeah.
If not, you ain't gonna make it because everybody's gonna be like, man, you suck.
I think rap's the most aggressive
Yep.
genre, you know, and there's a lot of street guys in rap. Mm-hmm. You know, that come from the
I
streets.
mean, that's where it comes from. So
Yeah, it comes from the streets. Everybody's trying to up the other person's neighborhood or trying to do it.
everybody's
like
trying to be the best from where they're from.
Yeah, that's generally how it is, you know. Mm-hmm. If not, they're rapping about taking over the block with drugs.
That's why I don't worry about any of that. I stay in my own lane. I feel like I carved out my own lane where I don't have to compete with anybody. My music is so different from everybody else's that I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to be something that I'm not or compete with anybody.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot of shows recently, locally. You do a lot of shows in L.A., Lancaster, and L.A., right? You do shows
All over,
in
yeah.
L.A., downtown, and stuff like that. Have you invited any of the upcoming artists that are in the
Always.
Latin genre?
Always. One of the artists that early on that pretty much made a name for himself in LA, I would say Chino the P.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you've
yeah.
interviewed him.
He's dope.
I was early on.
We didn't interview him.
You guys didn't interview him? I thought he was here.
No. He didn't make it. Yeah, I don't know.
So he didn't make it to the interview?
Something was happening. I forget what it was.
Yeah, I was early on. I booked him when he was like really young.
Yeah.
You know, and I saw that in him. I saw there's something here, and I always knew that he had the potential to go viral in LA, and he does. You know, he constantly does numbers in LA.
So you found him?
Huh?
So you found him?
No. Oh, what's it called? You can ask him. I'm one of the first people to book him for a show.
For real?
I probably am the first person to book him for a show.
That's dope. Yeah, he's a dope artist.
Yeah, and when I used to book, when I used to promote for the strip club for the girl fights, I also invited him out and booked him to perform at the cage fights.
Yeah, they were feeling him.
Yeah, they were rocking with him. Yeah, they were. Honestly, to be honest.
Yeah, he's got good music. He's got some good music. Yeah, we wanted to interview him. Youngster, huh?
Yeah, and I mean, quick funny story how I met him. I met him when he was a little youngster, like 15 years old, young, super young. I was his Lyft driver.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he pulled out a gun on me. He had all his little friends. He was in the back seat, and he's like, "Hey," they're all laughing. He's like, "Hey, driver." He's like, "What's it called?" He's like, what if I pulled out a gun on you? What would you do? And then and then
Fuck.
yeah, and they're all laughing. They're kids. They're all laughing. And he
Yeah.
had he had like a little gun on him, and he was like, "What if I told you I have a gun on me too? What would you do?"
Oh, you told him that.
Yeah, and then we all started laughing, and then he was like, and they were like, "Oh, you're cool, bro." And then I showed him my music, and then he followed me on Instagram, and then that's how he say 2 years later he hits me up on Instagram and says, "Hey man, I'm rapping now. Can you help me out?"
That's dope. Crazy story. Hey, we all got the right to bear arms. We're all Americans,
Yeah.
so you know.
But it was just, he didn't expect me to attack. He was like, "Oh, what would you do if I pull a gun?" I was like, "What would you do if I pulled my gun on you?"
You should have just smashed off and crashed the car. No, I'm just kidding. I seen that shit one time. That's crazy. It's crazy how you guys met. But that's dope. That
But he was a little, he was skinny back then. He's
yeah.
bigger now.
That's good that you gave him opportunity in that. Yeah. We want to give him opportunity to come on too. Just like you gave him opportunity to do the show. Okay. Switching up. Let's see. How many albums do you have out?
Official, I would say 5.
5. Okay.
But to be honest, with my career, like where my music is headed, I would count my last 2 projects as like super official.
Oh, I get what you're
I
saying.
think I was like learning those first 3, but the last 2 that I dropped, this is when I was like, okay, I'm ready.
All right, so now you're really trying to really move. Mm-hmm. Now, yeah, because you're still kind of young. Mm-hmm. You're not 40s. No, we won't get into your age, but motherfucker, you might look old, but I know you ain't old. You know. So what do you got coming up next? What's the next moves for Curfew?
My next moves is to drop more content and level up with my music. Try to get my next project. Try to have some bigger features. Try to level up with it. Just keep leveling up and doing more and
Yeah.
more promo. I think every artist, no matter what, is gonna lack in marketing. So what you could do is
Yeah.
just market yourself more.
Yeah, you got to market yourself.
You just need more You just need more people to see you. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
you
all
got to
that's
throw
missing.
yourself on a billboard, dog. That's what you got to do, bro. That's what it is. I remember, dog. You were a little bit heavier, bro, before.
Yeah,
And
I was about to hit. I was 580. I was about to hit 600.
damn, dog.
I'm still a big
I'm
dude,
proud
but
of you, dog, because you
thank
lost.
you.
How much
Yeah.
weight did you lose?
Over 200.
Over 200
Yeah, and I'm
pounds.
still on a weight loss journey. Right now, it's harder to lose. I feel like those first 200 were actually easy. Now it's where
It
you
gets
actually
hard.
have to go in the gym.
Yeah,
Like,
because you hit a certain point, and even if you're like 215, and then you get down to 190, I'm telling my story. Like now I'm stuck at 190. You know what I mean? I can't. It's hard to go.
these 200 pounds is just from what I eat, watching what I eat. And I think that my next phase in my journey is going in the gym.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm gonna
saying?
tell you what a lot of people don't know. I'm gonna tell you from experience. Fluid. The more fluid you drink, I mean, it's in plain view. If you drink a bottle of water, I mean, you can read it on here. It says, 16 ounces. How many? What is 16 ounces?
A pound.
That's a pound. So one of them big gulps, that's like 3 pounds, dog. Mm-hmm. And if you don't pee all that out, well, where does it go?
You're gonna get bloated.
Your neck, your back, I mean, it's facts, G. Water intake, a lot of times people won't eat, but, and I'm not saying I'm saying like they won't eat, but they'll drink fluids, and I see it all the time, homie. They're like, yeah, I'm still like gaining weight, and I'm like, fool,
They drinking sugar, liquid
you drinking
calories.
Gatorade, and fucking,
Yeah, I learned that. I fast, and then I almost don't drink or eat sugar.
fasting is great, dog.
But fasting has been the best thing for me,
Yeah.
and it helped me get my appetite where I don't get as hungry anymore.
Yeah, you should do I'm not Muslim, but I do the Ramadan. You heard of that? Yeah, it starts like in March, ends in April. You should do it 30 days.
30 days.
Yeah, but okay, so like you could, drink and eat from basically like 7 p.m. till 5:30 a.m. They have different times. They have a chart. My homies that do it, that I play basketball with, they give me a chart, and it has the exact time you gotta. I've done it to the exact time. Like every day it switches. It'll be like stop. You can eat from 7 p.m. To 5:40. Then it gets shorter. The next day is 5:37, 5:22 in the morning. You get what I'm saying? So man, it's really good, really clean. It's hard to do. It's hard to do.
I mean, any disciplines.
But you can't eat or drink from 5:30 a.m. to 7 p.m.
Sheesh.
So 5 in the morning, basically to 7 p.m. No water, no food.
You thirsty as fuck at 7.
Fuck. And if you work out, yep, even worse. You know, a lot of homies though they won't push their body, so it's just something, dog. You know, you're on a journey to lose weight, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, you gotta put your body through extreme measures.
Yeah.
You have to.
It's called, what is it called? A something trophy.
Mm-hmm.
It's when your body starts like metabolizing and getting rid of the
And
fat.
then, and then your
when
body
you
goes
fast.
into
Yeah.
ketosis, and
Yeah, that's there's a word for it. I forget what it is.
your body regenerates. It's actually good for your body.
Yeah, it's definitely good for your body, dog. You know. So you got some music coming out. You're gonna drop an album. Or you
Yeah,
just
I'm
gonna do
working on my next
singles?
album. I just dropped the album in September, but I'm already working on my next one.
What's it? You dropped the album this September?
This
What's the
past
name of the album?
September, Broken.
Broken.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's my more emotional album of everything I went
I've
through
been
in the
going
past
through
2
some shit,
years.
dog, but you know me, I'll get to it. I haven't got to it yet,
Yeah,
but you know I will eventually, dog.
yeah, it's more on the emotional side. It's an emotional album. You know, my mom having a heart attack, three strokes back to back after the heart attack. You know, going through financial issues at the time. You know, 2 years ago, losing my car at that time, and then just I was stuck at the studio. I was at the studio that we have in Alhambra, and I was like, you know what? Let me just put all this pain into an album, and I was literally just stuck at the studio for a good reason. You know.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I was without a car. I was pretty much going through some things at the time. I was homeless. So I put all of that, all those feelings into the album, and you know, obviously logistically a lot of things happened. So it took about 2 years for the album to come out.
Okay, that's dope. So that's where you get the name of it, Broken.
Broken, yeah.
At the time you were going through it. Okay, so everyone could check that out. You guys could check that out on Spotify. Go stream it.
It's on all platforms.
Yeah, all you got to do is look up Qurfew, Qurfew. Also on Instagram, same thing. Go stream the homies album. I got a couple more questions, and then we're gonna wrap this up. When everything is stripped away, dog, numbers, hype, and validation, right, in this game, because that's what gets stripped away. Why do you still make music?
It's the thing that helps me get up in the morning. It's the one thing that motivates me every day. That makes me be like, I still want to live. I still want to be here. It's the thing that gets me hyped up when I wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
It's the first thing I think about. It's one of those things I think about every day.
Yeah. What's the
No matter
first
what.
thing though you want to do when it comes to music? When you wake up?
When I wake up, I want to listen to music, get inspired, and start writing.
Okay. Yeah. Some people want to listen to beats. Some people want to go straight to the studio. Some people want to, you know, brainstorm. You ever done that? Just sit there and just.
Yup, I have.
Yeah.
I have. Even like the old school brainstorming where you bubble it and.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I do. I bubble it and I put
Yep, the old
lines
school
off
way,
it,
like how
like
we.
a sun, and then
Yep.
I write on the lines
Yep.
of what's gonna.
Oh, you write on the lines? Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I make sun rays.
I know
and then
exactly what you mean.
and then do it like that. Or I probably put priorities to it. Yeah, you like reading books?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. You knocking down when you go on tour? You knocking down hoes or what, dog? What's up? You married?
I got my wifey, well, future wifey.
Okay. Is that the one you've been posting lately?
Yeah,
I think so. I saw her on.
yeah. I had to find a good woman out of state, man, because wasn't finding them in L.A.
Yeah, well, they're fun in LA. But yeah, I wasn't trying to bait you to fuck your shit off, dog. I was just asking. You know how the tour life is, dog.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
yeah.
crazy.
Definitely.
It gets crazy. Even on a It doesn't matter what level it is. If you're outside, man, it's fun.
No, if you're outside, you're gonna run into every type of temptation.
Oh man, that's facts. That's uh, that's facts.
But yeah, but I'm at that age where like being settling down and having a good woman by my side is probably the best thing for my career.
Yeah.
It's motivated me more and be more focused and focus on the money and focus on the elevating. You know what I mean? So you're not worried about because I was younger, worrying about partying and doing this and doing that.
Yeah.
Now I got my lady. I'm thinking about money. I'm thinking about what's gonna benefit my career.
Right.
You know what I'm
Of
saying?
course, yeah.
And building relationship with people that are doing shit, not people that just want you to be there to go kick it with them and party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What type
I think
of,
having a good woman will discipline you in
What
a
type
good way
of
for your
artist are
career.
you now? I'm gonna give you an example. You tell me which one you are. The artist that as soon as the show ends, you're waiting right there with the drunk look, trying to get with a girl in the crowd and take her back to your hotel, or you're the artist now that goes straight to the hotel, or grab something to eat, go straight to the hotel after you just got your show money, and you turn on ESPN.
I'm trying to get something to eat, bomb, and you know that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see where's the best taco place, the best burrito. That's what I'm worried. I'm like I'm hungry as fuck.
Yeah. You ain't thirsty no more.
fuck
Well, I
every,
mean,
fuck
when you
everything
first start
else.
off, you're thirsty and shit. You're hanging out, trying to,
Yeah. And then
wait
you
for the
figure out
next.
people get smoked for hanging out too long after a show.
Yeah.
So we ain't trying to be there for that long. Say what's up to everybody. Say bye. Get your Instagrams and we out because that's how people get killed.
Yeah. I heard recently you got arrested.
Yeah, man. I had a show
First time?
with one of our homies at Radio Flow.
First time?
My first time ever getting arrested, like getting
Damn,
booked.
dog, you're lucky.
Not my first time getting not my first time getting harassed and handcuffed and all that. But it was my first time getting booked in the jail they had there. That was 4 miles from the border.
Where at? What state?
Fucking what's it called?
What state? You're
I was in Arizona.
You were Radio Flow, Arizona.
Yeah, and I was coming back from the show. We were 4 miles from the border of Cali.
Damn, bro.
Literally, he got me 4 miles, and I was going 104. And he was not playing games. This is at nighttime. He pulled me over. He was already talking mess. He was like, "Get out of the car," and he's like, "Come over here." He put handcuffs on me. And he's like, "Get in the truck." He's like, "You're reckless driving." He's like, tonight's not the night." And I don't know, he was having a bad day or a bad night or whatever. He was not playing games. That shit fucking hurt. Handcuffs gave me a bruise. And I couldn't fit in the back. I had to sit sideways.
Fuck.
Yeah, so that shit hurt. Imagine, so it doesn't fit. So my weight on the pressure on the handcuffs was making it worse on my wrist. Yeah. And I couldn't fit in that shit. It was small.
Did you get out the next day or?
Yeah, I got out in the morning. One of my friends came and picked me up. Yeah. He drove all the way from LA. That's a good friend. That's a good homie.
That's dope, man. Glad you made it out.
Shout out my homie DeLeon.
Yeah.
He came all the way from Cali to pick me
man.
up.
We needed to get this in, man, because for a lot of years you've been doing it, and I'm a fan of the underdog. So, you always did me right, man. Every time. What did I have one time in Riverside? You guys came through, right there at that pizza place. But it was big.
Oh, the car show.
It was a lowrider car show. No,
yeah.
What were we doing? I forget. People don't know I donate so much shit, dog. For a long
You're
time.
donating that at that show, right?
Yeah, we're donating something.
And then you had us come out and perform.
I just never put cameras, bro. That's not my thing.
Nah,
I'm not,
you don't really document like that.
Yeah, I don't document my shit like that. And I used to, you know my story. But yeah, fucking it. We're gonna wrap this shit up, dog. It was good having you on, man.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. You're probably wondering why Blue Devil's not here.
Oh, he's never heard of a curfew.
Yeah, he never. Nah, he does his low budget friends and I do mine.
Yeah.
And on that note, we out. TheHaterWorld.
Hey.
Salute, Qurfew.